Welcome. We're gonna hit it on the lake today. We're gonna go in Matt's boat. He built a 20 VTX. Matt's one of the engineers here that works at Malibu Boats, so I'm pretty excited. We're gonna get his initial thoughts on the new vessel. Always coffee first.
Right, are you ready, Heaney? Because I'm ready.
Have you heard that we're doing an initial thoughts on your new 20 VTX?
It's gonna be good.
Tell us what the beast is.
20 VT with an M6, big boy engine, little boat. Came off production line a week ago. Put the board racks on, the mirrors on. Be able to see what's going on out the back, mate.
And no bimini because you want to get a tan.
No bimini because it's still really cold.
What prop are you running?
Standard prop. Yeah, 14.5 by 14.25.
Yeah, she's a good looking vessel.
Yeah. Sparkles, mate.
This is a 23 LSV, so a bit of a size comparison. Yeah, it sits a bit high on the trailer, and like the sides are higher. I don't know. It's still pretty good inside the 20 VTX, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Obviously, you've been in the 23 a little bit, right?
11, yeah, I think.
11, yeah. So obviously that's the weight capacity.
I've had still a fair few people in a 20 VT. For a family, it's perfect.
Yeah, but what do you think's comfortable number of people?
Oh, 5 or 6. You get mum, dad, a couple of kids, 1 or 2 in the bows, still plenty of room in the back, someone riding.
And then what about the 23? How many in that beast?
10. Yeah, I reckon, with the wake view and stuff all set up. Wake view, the fold up seat, so then you can see everyone surfing out the back. Nah, not in the VT, she's too little.
Too small, right, eh? 23 is 15 capacity boat. Is this boat going to be on the water today? So we might see both the boats.
Yeah, and the 23 MXZ will be out there.
Oh, so it's basically going to be a Malibu owners reunion today.
Yeah.
Get set. It's going to be pretty exciting. Dunsey, you thinking about doing today? I heard a few whispers.
Could be a jump off the bridge.
First barefoot for the season's bridge jump.
Yeah. I reckon she'll be right. Yeah, you can see yourself in it. Then you know what you're doing.
Mad.
It might actually look pro.
I've got to show you something, Matt. You're going to froth hard. Check these weapons out. I'll put them on.
Wow, where did you get them?
I bought them off Wish.
Off Wish? They look like they're off Wish.
They took like 3 months to get here. You know, sunny day. These can be my sunnies today.
I think we're ready to go, Heaney. Go meet up with Isaac and let's hit it.
Check this out. I don't know if you can see this, guys, but Saturday, we got 4 boats rolling out. Never stops here. A couple of more dope families on the water. I can guess. Can I guess? Going to Sydney. No. 2. 3 of them are going to Melbourne, Malibu, yeah?
The other one's Perth.
Oh, really? Oh, and they all go via Melbourne?
Yeah, because they go on the boat.
Yeah, got it.
They sail round, and better for the boat to stop bouncing across.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, I'm just going to get a quick shot of this.
The game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. Stay down, remain humble.
Hey, where's all the girls, Isaac?
They're coming. They're meeting us there.
Are you excited?
Always.
First day out of lockdown, I think we're doing it right. It's just the this is just the backup boat. Nice haircut, mate. Give us a spin around. Nice work. So Isaac, what boat have you got?
We've actually got a 23 MXZ. She is the backup boat.
So it's the big boy.
Big hooah.
So tell me, Matt's flexing because he's got the M6.
We actually have an M6 also.
The little whopper, and this is the mega boat. Same engine. Who was that on the phone?
Isaac's dad.
I sound like a 14-year-old kid.
He's like a 14-year-old.
He's the biggest kid I know. He's a bigger kid than all of us.
I thought it was Isaac's brother. I thought it was Isaac's brother. When you were choosing what boat model to build,
yep.
What were you tossing up on?
It was either a 20 VT or a 23 MXZ, which are like polar opposites.
Like a 21, you didn't consider that?
No, because I don't, like, you get 1 extra foot. What else do you get in a 21 that you don't get in a 20? There's no wake view bench seats, not a bigger prop, the wash isn't that much bigger.
Yeah, so you weren't concerned with that little bit more extra interior room. You were just like, I'm either going to go a big boat or I'm going to go...
It was either commit to the hybrid with like skiing, footing, which is predominantly what my family does.
Yeah.
Or go the complete other way and just go 23 MXZ. We're going to surf, and to be honest, you can still ski behind and foot behind those things with the right engine and prop.
Explain the family, because I feel like people are going to get bit confused and go, oh, has he got kids?
No, so my mum and dad, and then my sister, and then there's me.
Yeah.
And me and my dad still like ski, foot, surf, all that.
Right.
Mum and sister not so much. Sister maybe once or twice a year.
Yeah.
But me and my dad are still really keen skiers.
Into it. Do you ever have like an annual Saunders ski off?
Not really, I'd win. You know what he would say? He'd say, if I had the opportunities you had at your age, I'd be as good as you are too. Thanks, Dad.
Turning back on me, the worst mistake you ever make. Keep my grass cut, gotta watch out for the snakes. If it's on my plate, best believe it's getting ate. I'm falling like I'm Kobe, 33 before the 8. I just want the rings and the medals and the trophies. I want the Kardashians and Jenner to all know me. I wanna take a Uber to the...
Righto gang, we're here at the Lake Hume. It's bloody sick. Matt's just gonna get the boat prepped for dropping her in. So what's the process, Matt? What do people need to be doing when they're putting their boat in?
So unhook the straps at the back of the trailer there.
These ones? Yeah.
Get all the stuff ready, then we'll turn the ice loader on, make sure it all powers up. About 12 volts, you should be able to start. Anything less than that and you might start having a bad time, but...
So if it's your first time going out and your boat's been in storage all winter, you probably want to check the voltage before you get to the boat ramp.
Yeah, I'd be throwing it on the hose and try start it on the driveway or something. Last thing you want to do is get to the ramp and no go. That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
Look at the big rig.
Holy cow.
Look at it, the MXZ.
What do you think?
What a setup.
I'm pretty happy.
Are you excited to get out there?
I'm very excited to get wet.
Well, that's nice shades.
Oh mate, they're unreal.
Sorry in the way, I'm one of those guys, you know?
It's alright.
Next step, you gotta get the tunes going. Tunes are important, but also make sure your bungs are in because then you look like a real idiot. So bung at the back.
Oh, yep.
T-drain down there in the center, make sure that's in. Good place to always put your T-drain is actually in the phone holder. Then when you sit in the driver's seat, you can't leave it behind.
Yeah, good call. I usually don't drop the boat in, like I'm not in the boat when the boat goes in. But what I usually do as a best practice is reverse the boat down to the, like where it's near the water, sort of like where that boat is now. And then I'll get out and unlatch the front to alleviate any issues. If these are wet, obviously they're gonna be a little bit more slidey. Best practices when you're putting the boat in is just the guards like probably like 2 inches underneath the water and the boat will just float off. How's this sketch ass dock they got here? You're a professional, Matt. Yep. You froth on that stereo, don't you?
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah. Right, give us the juice. What are you guys going to be doing?
Surf, mate. It's like the weddy on too, I reckon.
Alright, I need to ask you some questions.
Yeah, what do you got?
When you were choosing the Stezza in the 20 VTX,
Just the speakers in the boat, no sub.
4 in here. So obviously 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
And then there's 2 in the front.
Yep.
1, 2. So that's 6 standard. But you've gone the mad big sub, and then you've got the tower speakers. And what are these?
So they're Rev 8s.
So 8 inch, and then they got the horn in the middle, so they project the sound.
Yeah, that's right. But if you look at Isaac's boat, he's got Revs 10s. But that's a lot of sound.
Like when you pumped it, I could like crystal clear hear what you were doing, and I was like at least 500 meters away.
Yeah, easy. Okay.
What's the helm look like?
Options that have been ticked here is rotary VDC.
Yep.
No wireless charging though, that's another option, but I just charge my phone over night time and it's not a problem. Yeah, little port, so you can run a cord there if you wanted to.
So you get these 2 screens and then you've just optioned that.
That's pretty useful for when you're surfing, wedge settings, and mainly I use it to turn up the mobile.
Yeah, so you got an
boom
actual
box.
dial to crank your chains.
Yeah,
right.
so stereo, so that'll control volume, up, down, track, so if you move it side to side, you can skip the song.
Right.
And if you hit the center, which is kind of useful, you get mute, so if you're trying to talk to your skier or
Right.
water, you can kill the stereo pretty quick.
What's your opinion on that? Like essential?
Essential. I wouldn't own one without a rotary VDC.
Right. I've had the experience or the pleasure of being in boats with the command center.
Yeah.
I mean the command wheel thing. And it has all the functionality of that.
I think both would be overkill.
Yeah. Scenario, do you think why someone would option the command wheel rather than the VDC?
Yes, it's just having stuff at your fingers, really. Otherwise, there's no real difference. Like you're talking here, or if you wanted to clear your dash up a little bit, if you got the command wheel, you wouldn't have to have your rotary VDC here, so that'd be a bit clearer. But other than that, that's about it.
What's it like to steer the ship?
This thing is good to drive. Just a little nimble. Fly-by-wire throttle, no cables, nothing. All electronic.
What about the steering? Because a lot of people go, it's so light. Is it like? It's got power steering.
Finger. I can do it with my pinky.
But it doesn't have power steering though, right?
No power steering, cable.
Well designed and well manufactured.
That's right.
You're both called Matt.
Yeah.
So this video is Matt first impressions. It's like still stands.
Yeah.
I've just had my first drive of the 20 VTX and I'm thoroughly impressed. Yeah.
So what are we doing now, Heen?
Mate, we're going to witness some greatness here behind the 23MXZ. Yeah, get ready for some stunts that are going to go down. You look good. There we go.
I love the knee brace.
When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. I feel like I'm Scottie Pippen. I live my life on the edge, but my back against the wall. I make sure my shoes lace, cause who gon' catch me if I fall against the odds, but I'ma beat them all. I used to have a lot of friends, I never thought my day one circle be this small, but who needs love?
Back her up, boys! So she right. Pretty rough, mate.
It's rough as.
What setup are you running?
So we got the wedge in lift, trying to get rid of some of the mounts.
Is it working?
It's better, but it's rough.
You heard it here first, folks. If it's real rough on the way home, just whack that wedge in lift mode, mate.
Rough water, so we were in lift on the wedge.
Yep.
Just trying to get rid of a bit of the bounce.
And you did it without, and then you did it with.
Yep.
So no wedge, and then you had the wedge in lift.
Yeah. Massive difference. Big, massive, yeah, 100%.
Matt, what's the final verdict?
Final verdict on the VT, pretty happy. Had a foot, was mint. M6 motor, bang. Good to go. Haven't skied yet, I'll give you that update tomorrow.
Yeah.
Your mate's here.
Back at HQ in the shed. Matt, what are you doing?
Cleaning it out, mate. I like to fold up all the cushions, like up in the bow here, so all the water can dry out. Hang out all our jackets and stuff so they can dry. Get all the boards out of it, flip all the seats up so anything that's wet.
Even though we're going out tomorrow, you're still doing all of it?
Yeah, 100%.
Did you get my backpack out? He's being lazy. Alright, we're back in the 20 VTX. We tried to ask these girls at the boat ramp if they want to come in the boat, but they said no, so... I think it's the colours of the boat.
Again.
I think it was the colours of the boat, Matt. They didn't like the colours, so that's your fault.
I think it's just because we're randoms at the boat ramp, asking them to come in the boat with us.
Do you reckon it's everyone's dream to own a Malibu and then get all their mates, like all their, obviously, guy mates,
Yeah.
and then run around in the boat with no shirt on?
Yeah, that's what we do every day.
Because I feel like that's what we did all day yesterday. Okay, so Matt's about to go for a barefoot, but I just noticed something that I'm going to point out. Matt's got a foil sitting here, right? And in where the foil is in the rack, that's a clamping rack, which is actually pretty uncommon for like the smaller size Wakesetters. So tell us why you went the clamping rack.
I think the clamping rack's a bit easier.
Okay.
When you're running surfboards or the foil, with the bungees, it's a pain to get it around the board because it's so big. You can just pull the lever. Doesn't matter how big your board is. She's solid as.
Sweet.
Yeah. So then you can see when you want to get your board, you can just
Bam.
pull it in. Board's right there, ready to go.
All right, I'm in the driver's seat. You're barefooting. What do you want it on?
39 mile an hour.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn the speed on. I'm gonna press this and I'm gonna key in 39.0, apply. So now the speed's set for 39 miles per hour. Wedge is out of the water in stow, no ballast. If someone's trying to learn to barefoot long line, what's the takeoff?
Just want to get the footer out of the water. Then once they're out of the water, you sit around 25 till they get out of the wash and they're sitting in the little arc just outside the wash.
Yeah.
And then hit it.
Then blam fast as. So to
Straight up speed.
To stand on your feet, right? Is it easier to stand on your feet when you're going a bit faster? Like,
depends on your weight and how long you've been doing it.
right. So
Like I'm pretty light, like I weigh bugger all, so I can do it from about 30 mile an hour.
yeah.
Could stand up at about 27, 28, but it's just real hard work because you're sinking in. You know, you got a lot of pressure. But if you go too fast equally, then it'll like want to pull you over the front, if that makes sense. So it's a fair bit based on your weight and what you're trying to do. Like if you're trying to do tricks and stuff, it's easier slower, but once again then you start sinking in the water, so depends.
So what's your favourite speed? About 40?
39, 40.
Righto, let's see it.
Always check your rope before you get in when it's winter because you don't want it to knot. You go.
Yeah. Are you going to do one that way and then one back? Or do you just want to go that way? Oh no, it's good both ways. Matt's having a quick round two. He's jumping on the ski now. 32 miles an hour. And we've whacked the wedge in lift mode. What does lift mode do?
Takes the sharpness off the edge of it. Makes it a bit more mellow. I'm pretty stoked with that. That's one of the best ski, like...
You hear that, folks? 20 VTX.
That was primo, like one of the best washes I've skied.
Wow. 32 miles an hour, wedge on lift.
Yeah.
Bam.
In terms of the size of the wash and sharpness and everything, that was pretty schmick. And I've skied behind every Malibu and Axis model.
At all good retailers near you. At all Malibu and Axis dealerships near you.
No, I'm actually stoked with that wash, like not shitting out. That's significantly better wash than my last VT. To be honest, I nearly prefer to ski that than I would the Response. Response is very sharp, I was going to say, but I'm not riding comp plank fines.
Alright, I've just gone for a wakeboard, and as you can see, as I was getting in, I've used the step pads. That's just water. So there's one step pad here and two at the back. Obviously you've got like another little step there, goes down. You've got this fold out thing, which I don't use, but when you're swimming with your family, bam. So, right, Matt.
Yes.
I see you've got the steps, and
yes.
this is not a standard option.
No.
Well, tell us why you've gone the steps.
Just helps with the life of the cushions. Like you imagine every time you're hopping in and out of the boat, in like 10 years, the amount of feet that have, and you're always stepping in the same place.
Yep.
So then it just increases the life of the cushions.
I like
a bit
it.
Nicer under the feet.
What are they called exactly, do you know?
Walk over hatch pads.
Here's the bin too.
Bin. We got some there.
That's for your stubbies, I mean water bottles.
The bin, yeah. Deck track on the top there.
Oh yeah,
the
so yep,
top surface.
top on the front there too.
Yep.
So if you got that one, let's say you got that black on black, would that be black on black?
The interior.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it defaults to match.
Yeah.
And obviously, I think you could have them to match that
Yeah.
if you wanted
Just
to.
gotta request it.
Just how's the conditions? Mate, this is the best day.
Yep.
And we're gonna go home.
Yeah, we are.
Righto.
You heard it here first.
When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when